Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up to help the channel grow. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the conscious universe for the New World Consciousness. Suzy Ward, channeling Matthew Ward, May 1, 2023. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. Some evidence of response to ever-intensifying light is on the world stage. Israelis are protesting judicial reform being pushed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whose aim to bolster Illuminati influence in that country is crumbling. Once again, Sudanese civilians are fighting to establish democracy in their country, where the Illuminati, let us say deep state, the more current designation, has been keeping conflict and violence a boil. And, some newscasters in the United States finally have addressed unidentified aerial phenomena, or UFOs, and the possibility of extraterrestrial civilizations. But most evidence that Earth is being liberated from long ages of darkness is not at all apparent, and we shall share what is within our province to do so. The White Hats, as some call the light forces, have cut off sources of funding for deep state activities in Ukraine, so fiscally the war is over even as Russian troops continue locating and destroying dark operations throughout the country. More nations are doing business outside the commerce system, which economists know as billions of computer transactions with no economic foundation. Deep state operatives around the world are being arrested, tried, convicted and executed or simply assassinated for their known roles in the pandemic, human trafficking, money laundering, bioweaponry production or other heinous activities. Plans are afoot to judiciously remove the United States presidential administration wherein the president is a deep state-controlled actor wearing a mask and other principals are look-alike doubles hired to portray the real persons, some of whom are dead, others are under arrest or in hiding. Those facts and others will be revealed in stages when wise minds deem it is prudent to do that, and to speak about resultant reforms. Hearing that persons in powerful positions and other well-known individuals are involved in dark activities will be shocking to the unsuspecting populace, and learning that familiar systems, procedures and institutions will be changing can be frightening to people who have been programmed to believe their best interests are being served by authorities. With grave-sounding economic reports abounding on the internet, it is understandable that many millions are concerned about what will happen to savings accounts and investments. Do not fear losing your money, the universal law of attraction will bring back from the universal soup what matches the energy of those thoughts. When the new global economic system is implemented, maximum effort will be put forth to avoid interrupting access to honorably earned money wherever it is, and all national currencies will have the same value and be backed by gold and other precious metals. As stated in prior messages, we are not financial advisors, but we repeat our suggestion to spend your cryptocurrency, which is controlled by the Rockefellers, instead of expecting it always to be available. We are not saying that never will a digital economic system be safe, we are saying the Rockefellers can snuff out their system with a few computer clicks. Then there is talk about a nuclear attack and retaliation. If such happens, extraterrestrial family members will not let any nuclear weaponry function. Please ignore all reports about Earth's grim future due to climate change and all professional advice to be prepared for more pandemics. Beloved family, turmoil, confusion, lies, violence and fear are unavoidable when a third-density world is being freed of eons of darkness. You don't remember your lifetimes that well prepared you with strength, wisdom, courage and perseverance to successfully handle the mission you signed up for. That is why part of the divine plan, and that plan is smack on target, is for messengers of the light to allay your concerns and offer clarity about happenings so you can steadfastly radiate light's high vibrations of confidence, assurance and optimism. Let us call this conscious supportiveness. Of equal value to you personally and in helping Earth's civilization is spiritual supportiveness. Along with continuously sending unconditional love, we have provided timeless information that confirms your intuitive knowledge and you will pass on to awakening souls. From our awareness of the collective consciousness, we know many people blame God for the sorry state of the world and others feel He has forsaken them. Those feelings stem from not understanding who God is, and who they are, and this lack of understanding is delaying their spiritual and conscious advancement. There is another matter, too, And this brings us to a reader's question that is similar to others my mother has received: why does God let some of His children use their free will to cause great suffering for so many others? Years ago my mother talked with God about that and related issues, and I asked her to copy a few parts of their many long conversations. The following excerpts are from Talks with God section of Illuminations for a New Era. Suzy, you have said that you experience exactly the same joy or pain as every one of your children anywhere because of your inseparability with all of us. God, many times I have told you that, Suzy. But you also experience the evil of those who cause such suffering to others. How do you feel about that? My child, think how a baby bird feels when it is pushed from its nest by a different bird. Think of its shock and fear at falling, its pain from physical injury, and a fright it cannot even understand as to what happened and what is coming next. I feel the same frightened, helpless way about those parts of me who have so fallen from light that they delight in what you call evil. What will become of them? Do I abhor the suffering they cause others? Yes, and I send light to reach the souls of those beings who cause the suffering. But it is up to each individual, as inviolate parts of me functioning independently, to respond to the light or not. I am saddened beyond your imagining when darkness flares, especially when such innocence is suffering, often killed, because as you know, not all chose what they're physically enduring. Do I wish that all of my parts were within the light in which I was created? Yes. Who would not wish that perfection of Creator to be returned? But I do not hold forth condemnation or punishment to any faltering part of me. I am here to respond to what you call prayers of the godly, just as I am bound by the free will laws of Creator that are set up within the perimeters of my operating powers if the choice made is not within the light. I still don't think you told me whether you are really satisfied with the progress of the light against the dark forces on earth. I see, my child. Very well, in a word, no. How could I be satisfied when so many of my soul aspects are crying in torment and deprivation and others are the cause of this? When many of my children are enchanted by satanic worship that abounds in such widespread rituals of torture and killing that your mind could not handle it? When some of my children have fallen so far from the light that they rule with tyranny and destroy all who oppose them? When so many of my children are living in fear and horror or are dying because of the deeds of these others who also are my children? When deception and corruption abound to the point of no truth being illuminated except when the light is so strongly exposing it that those who believe the lies are devastated upon learning the truth. But my dear Suzy, I am able to see the broader horizon, the full measure of this conflict, and when I see the light that is emanating today from a soul that yesterday was hazy, more inclined toward control by the darkness, I rejoice in that lost one, the prodigal son, returning. When I see big areas, like a town in your thinking, where light is emanating from hearts that formerly were cold and dark, I rejoice. Would I like to see the total of earth life in peacefulness, love, sharing, caring and service one to another? Of course I would. But do I have the power to snap a finger and have this be so? You know I do not. So I send my love and light everywhere, to every soul, and I may as well rejoice in the pockets of light rather than dwell in the pockets of darkness and weep, you see. Yes, God, I do see as well as I can, because trying to imagine all that you must be feeling is overwhelming. Do you ever feel that way yourself? If you will just think of me as all of my children, then you must know that I do indeed feel correspondingly overwhelmed. Thank you, Mother. Some years later God asked to give a message in one of ours, and I asked my mother to copy pertinent sections. The following are excerpts of August 1, 2007 message. God, many of you have been wondering where I am, while so much furor and ferocity is going on in your world. I am here to tell you that I'm right where I've been, since day one of this universe, everywhere, and I have quite a bit to say about this. Many do need to change beliefs, and here are the first two if you believe that. 1. Your individuality means you're separate from everyone else, and, 2. I am a cosmic superpower that makes everything happen. You're definitely a unique individual, but also you're an inseparable part of me and all others everywhere, and it's all of us in this universe who make things happen. So you're a bigger deal than you thought, and maybe I'm not such a big deal after all. Not exactly, my dear ones. We are, together, one amazing powerhouse with infinite and eternal potential, so yes, You better believe I am powerful. And it's not because I control you, I don't. It's because you and all other life in this universe are my being, in all your experiencing forms, collectively we are this universe. I have more to say about beliefs, but let's talk about why I don't control you, which is much like your idea that I let bad things happen to good people. This is how it goes: Creator, ruler of the cosmos, that's all the universes, gave you free will to express whatever you want to, and gave us universe rulers a law we have to obey: stay out of your soul part's choices. I do have a hand in this though. Creator thoughtfully put a loophole in that free will law that lets me put conscience as an ingredient of your souls, and that's what can keep you on your straightaway path if you want it to. You have instinct, intuition, inspiration, and a sense of honor too. Those are other ingredients I put in souls that also help you know what's right and what's wrong for you. How did that whole sad state of affairs come about? It was the work of the off-planet dark forces that is without conscience, without light, except the spark of viability. The forces captured my weak-willed children of Earth who got caught up in the lure of power and money and, performing as the forces' puppets, they kept all the rest of my children in the bondage of fear, poverty and ignorance. The soul's need for balanced experiencing kept it going until now. The ages-old merry-go-round is stopping. What will happen to the souls who will never know about our messages? They will go to a placement attuned to the energy they put forth in deeds and motives throughout the lifetime. Some will journey with Earth because they are living in godly ways simply by heeding their soul's messages. They live from their hearts, where unconditional love, kindness, honor, truth, compassion and desire to help others lie. Some will go through it again, the tyranny, violence, corruption, lies, the hold of religions, and they'll come in with the brain power to question and reason, yet another chance to break free of dark control. But not on Earth. There are other third-density places in our universe where rampant disrespect for life will go on, until all my soul parts know the truth of their God and Goddess selves. And some will devolve and start over from scratch. They're the ones who persist in choosing darkness over love, the same creator source energy as light. Constantly, light will be beamed to those souls, who will start with only basic instinct, and when they accept the light, they'll recall a smidgen of intelligence. As they accept more light, they will remember a modicum of reasoning ability, and so on and so on. This isn't punishment, it's a chance for those parts of me to start over without even a hint of darkness. It's quite a lot to think about, isn't it? There is time, my beloveds, but frankly not much, to decide what you want. Whatever that is, I will honor it, and if it's help, ask and it shall be given. Thank you, Mother. Dear sisters and brothers, souls who are confused and fearful will look to calm, reassuring individuals like you for explanations and encouragement. Reading God's lengthy message in its entirety will be helpful. All light beings in this universe are supporting you with the unparalleled power of unconditional love every step of your Earth journey. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward. Website, thematthewbooks.com. Email, suzy@matthewbooks.com. Please send all questions and comments to suzy@matthewbooks.com. All messages from December 2003 to date are archived on www.matthewbooks.com.